Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today's video I'm here to give you my pre-match thoughts on the upcoming game between Bristol City and Luton Town. This video is going out on Christmas Eve, so I just want to say have a good Christmas, spend time with your family, eat lots of chocolate, drink loads, and hopefully we are all celebrating a late Christmas present with 3 points away from home on Boxing Day against Bristol City. That would be absolutely lovely. The away form has got to improve at some point, so let's be positive around this tough time of year, and fingers crossed we can get something away to Bristol City. How do I think we are going to get points away from home? Well, I was doing some research this week and I look back at the 3 points against Millwall, and the big difference from that 1-0 win against Millwall away from home was that we played with four traditional midfielders. We played with Chong and Clark as the number 10s. They were behind Elijah Adebayo as the only striker, and then in the midfield too we actually played Walsh and Nakamba. Now we can't play Walsh in this game because he's still suspended. He's out for 4 games due to that suspension, and he has recently apologised. Fair enough, he's apologised. We have to just move on, and hopefully when he does return back, he actually does start putting in decent performances in. But we played with 4 traditional midfielders, and what I remember for that Millwall game, because I did go to that, was we kept the ball a bit better. We moved it about extremely well, we moved it quickly, and what we were able to do was we ended up offering it something a little bit different attacking wise. We were still able to cross the ball into the box, we were able to find runs in between the lines, and we caused Millwall all sorts of problems. Now in the first half we actually should have been probably 2-3-0 up, but we just didn't make the most of being in those attacking areas. In the second half, of course, it was different. Millwall, as the home side, they piled the pressure on, but we still looked good on the counter. And that's something which I want to highlight, because Bristol City this season, from what I've seen, they're not really good at defending against teams on the counter-attack. So my thought process is, if we play a similar lineup to what we did against Millwall, against Bristol City, we'll have a really good opportunity at getting some points away from home. And we can do this. We've got the players available to play this formation. Now, yes, the issue is the left wing back spot. Hashi has been confirmed that he will be available for this game, so he's your traditional natural right wing back, so he should play on the right hand side with the 3 centre halves of Mans, Anderson, Tom Holmes and also McGuinness, and of course Thomas in goal. But then the left wing back spot, that is the issue. Do you continue playing Chong there? Fingers crossed no, because I don't think he needs to play there. He needs to be playing further forward. Do you play Victor Moses there? He has played there before. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I feel like we're taking away his biggest attacking qualities. But when you don't have your number 1 left wing back and also your number 2 available in Alfie and also Amari Bell, you're kind of forced to play a player out of position. Now, personally for me, when your number 1 and number 2 best in a certain position is not available, your third choice should be a youth player, someone who's more natural in that position. And I would of course love to play Joe Johnson in that role. Now, of course, modern day managers, they're more reluctant to play in youth players because their job is on the line. Managers don't last long in modern day football, so they don't want to risk playing a youth player that might make a mistake, that might cost the team 3 points. Now, for me personally as a fan, I know the fan base is not going to hammer in on Joe Johnson. If he has a terrible game, we're not going to go fully on in. We're not going to fully have a go at him for that. You know, we understand he's young, he's learning, he's inexperienced. And a game like that will help him. If he has a bad game, he's going to learn, I guess, 10 times more than he would do having a good game. But then again, it's an opportunity. If he does extremely well, puts in a fantastic performance, then he deserves to start the next game. And then if he keeps that going, he then ends up becoming an established player for us. And that's how you progress youth players into the first team. It's something which we've struggled to do because of our rise up the leagues. It's harder to do it when you're progressing to the next level each time. It is difficult. But this is a good opportunity to play him. You know, games are coming at us quick and fast. Victor Moses, you know, considering of his age, can't play every single game. So having Joe Johnson there is a good thing to have. So I feel like we should be playing Joe Johnson, but that is of course up to Rob Edwards and the coaching staff. But anyway, back to what I was saying. With this system that we played against Millwall, we played with that 4 centre mids: Walsh, Nakamba, Chong and Clark. They were the 4 midfielders, and it just helped us. Now we can play a midfield duo of Nakamba and Kraus, and then we can play Chong and Clark ahead of those 2 players. And then the question would be, who would be the striker? At the moment, I would probably play Morris. I really would, because I think Morris is, in my opinion, especially in the recent weeks, slightly outperformed Elijah. But then again, Elijah is a completely unpredictable striker. Morris is a little bit predictable, but I think right now, due to performances, I would play him. I just don't want to see an attacking three of Morris, Elijah Adebayo and Brown. I don't want to see that. It's very predictable. We're just going to lump it forward. And I feel like we're just going to play the game plan which Bristol City want. We know we're going to be deadly from set pieces, so we need to be able to progress up the pitch. Otherwise, you're not going to get those set pieces. But I just feel like playing those 4 traditional midfielders will help us so much more. Bristol City are a side, from what I've seen this year, they don't do well in the counter-attacks, as I've already mentioned. Set pieces, they're not the best. But going forward, they're very attacking. They are a possession-based side. They will like to control the game. They will have opportunities from outside the box. They will create an awful amount. We can't just sit back and defend for 90 minutes. It's not going to work. It really won't. Even from like free kicks, they will shoot. They will have a go. When you've got a player like Scott Twine in your side, he will cause all sorts of problems. So look, we need to show a different side to us, because I do think attacking wise, especially from open play, we are far too predictable. And this is my solution, playing with 4 traditional centre mids. I think that would just actually work. We did it against Millwall. It worked against Millwall. Yeah, we may have got lucky towards the end when they had that opportunity, but look, things happen when you're 1-0 up. You know, one opportunity and that's all it takes. So I feel like going back to what that system was against Millwall will have us, it put us in a much better position. It'll make us tougher to beat, because I think away from home we get torn apart far too easily, and it will help. And we'll have more players playing in their actual preferred position rather than out of position. So I think we'd be better overall. Let me know what you think. I do think Bristol City will win, because I don't think Edwards will go with what I'm saying. Of course, I want to be wrong on that. I feel like we're more likely going to get points at Norwich and at home, and then the away game against QPR. But out of Bristol City and Swansea, which one do I think will more likely get points? It's actually Bristol City, because Swansea proved they are, for me, they're quite a good side. They proved defensively they're quite good. So hopefully, set pieces, it's going to get us out of trouble again. I really do. But you need to find a way of offering something different to your to the way we like to play. But that's the end of this video. Hopefully you did enjoy listening to me ramble on about how I love Luton to attack. Drop a like, comment below your score predictions, subscribe if you're new to my channel. Have a good Christmas, and I'll see you in my match reaction after the game against Bristol City.